Hello, everyone. Are you interested in transformation? Are you interested in science and spirituality integration? Are you interested in changing the worldview polarization between religion and materialist science that we see today? This is Amit Goswami, quantum scientist, consciousness researcher, and a quantum activist. I'm going to talk to you about the quantum worldview. It integrates science and spirituality. It gives us a science of transformation, no less. Transformation of the individual and transformation of the society. The new science is rooted in a 5,000-year-old spiritual truth discovered first in India and later in many parts of the world, such as Greece, China, Middle East, and Japan. This truth that consciousness is the ground of being is the basis for all spiritual traditions, wisdom traditions, practically all of religions. And this worldview has given much to our civilization. Of course, religions develop dogmas, and certainly the worldview of the wisdom traditions gave way to religions, and that was a downfall. And then naturally science arose, again through the movement of consciousness only, and science did good in terms of giving a competing worldview, much more pragmatic and realistic worldview to change our material situation. And indeed, this science has contributed greatly to our material well-being. Unfortunately, there was a turn in this science that created a very materialist worldview for science prematurely. And this mistake must be corrected because consciousness, spirituality, these things are as basic in a human being as the machine aspect. Quantum worldview corrects this. Quantum worldview has a natural way that consciousness enters physics. Agreed that this is very unexpected. Agreed that this produces a lot of consternation in the heart of those people who are prejudiced in a materialist worldview. But nevertheless, quantum science is the truth of science today. There is no escape from it. And quantum science clearly shows and experiments establishes the truth of consciousness being the ground of all being. Today, it is an experimental fact that there is oneness in the world, that there is a domain of the world where oneness prevails. And it is a fact, quantum science proves it, that when we experience, then that oneness splits into a subject looking at an object, which is the basis of consciousness that we experience. These things are fact. It is also a fact that our brain acts in two modalities. One is the conditioned modality of the ego, the other is the modality of what we call the quantum self, which is the doorway to this unity consciousness, this oneness that spiritual traditions glorify and celebrate. The new science says that we are that potential oneness, and we can achieve and arrive and explore that wholeness, and we will only be better for it. We'll find meaning, purpose, happiness, and intelligence in exploring this wholeness, this oneness. We need to make everyone aware of this paradigm shift in science, everyone aware that there is a worldview change that is going on that will integrate the disparate worldviews of religion and materialist science. Brazil has been a huge player in this worldview change. I have been working in Brazil since 1996, and since 2007, a publisher, businessman, Adriano Fromer, became associated with me, and he and I established the movement of quantum activism in Brazil. This movement has now trained 2,000 quantum activists. And every year we train another 200. We have now established the quantum activism movement in North America, South America, Europe, and Asia, 4 continents. And it is going very strong to the extent that we now have a University of Transformation, Transformative Education in India, where we teach, where we give master's and PhD to qualified students, where every course is designed for transforming human beings from machine into conscious, creative, purposeful, meaningful beings. We have books, video courses that people can take on the internet. We have many ways: quantum activism workshops, advanced quantum activism workshops, annual gathering of quantum activists. We have an annual gathering planned in Europe. We have many activities. Join us. The Center for Quantum Activism in Brazil is called Quantum Academy. Join us. I would also mention some of my books that you can read towards the same purpose, about learning about the new worldview, and if it resonates with you, become active in quantum activism, become active in Quantum Academy in Brazil, become a member. It started with a book called Self-Aware Universe, where I first showed that quantum physics naturally must be based on the primacy of consciousness. Otherwise, we get bogged down in paradoxes that we cannot solve. This work was highly popular, and it was followed by a few other books with the same premise, The Visionary Window and God is Not Dead. And then I began applying this to solving various problems. One of the first problems to solve is the problem of channelers, channeling phenomenon, mediumship phenomenon. What happens after death? Is there any basis to reincarnation? This book is called Physics of the Soul. Another book that soon followed is about how integrative medicine and conventional medicine can be integrated in one quantum integrative medicine. For the first time in human history, we have a theory of medicine, not just empirical data. Quantum integrative medicine. Soon, we have developed a theory of creative evolution based on the primacy of consciousness. This is called creative evolution. I have written a book on quantum creativity. Creativity is the basic method through which we make contributions both to the world and also to the transformation of the self. Quantum creativity. The creative process is basic to human transformation. Quantum creativity. I have created an alternative paradigm for economics and businesses called quantum economics, which serves capitalism, but in a different way. It takes into account both lower needs of human and also higher needs of human, and the needs of the ego and the needs of the community. It's a tremendous integration of economics. It is the solution of the economic doldrum that we now see everywhere. Similarly, I have books on quantum politics. Democracy is in utter danger. Is there a way out? Yes, there is. Quantum science enables us to formulate democracy as the only scientific politics. And it shows clearly how to proceed with democracy so that it continues unabated through ages. Wonderful future. We also have books on quantum activism itself, how quantum activism can save civilization. We have new discoveries about chakra psychology that we are writing. We are in the process of writing the quantum science of the heart. We have planned books on love and relationship. Quantum physics is the physics of love. We have books planned for quantum neuroscience, how the brain works, how we can improve the brain. Quantum leadership. All this is part of the movement of quantum activism, the movement of the worldview change that is taking place right now. So again, please be aware, there is a new worldview burning, and it would be wonderful if you join it. I would invite you to join our movement. Please look up the website of Quantum Academy and become a member. If you liked what I said, become a quantum activist. Thank you very much.